Morning students, today we are going to see the lesson number 4, the name of major landform in social studies. In this lesson, we will about various landforms on the earth, what is the significance of various landforms, about important features of these areas. Now, the earth surface is made up of land and water. The 3/4 of the earth surface is water and 1/4 is land. The 3/4 is denotes 71% and 1/4 is denote 29%. We have already read that the earth is divided into large land masses. The land masses means the earth is divided by two. One is continents and other is oceans. Now we are going to see the landforms. Look at this. This is a picture of landforms. First, we want to know about the landform. What are landforms? Landforms are the natural shapes or features of the earth's surface. Once again, I'll repeat. Landforms are the natural shapes or features of the earth's surface. The earth is not uniform or even at all places. At some places it is high, while at other places it is low. This variation in the earth's surface creates various landforms. Landforms are also known as relief features. Relief features, that means it helps easy lead for our life. Some of the major landforms include mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and rivers. In this lesson, we are going to see the explanation of mountains, plateaus and plains. Are you ready to listen? Now, we are going to see about the mountains. Mountains are landforms that rise above the area around them. They are very high. Mountains usually have steep means vertical, sloping sides, that means slanting sides, and sharp side slightly rounded or conical peaks. The peaks mean the pointed top of mountain. The peaks mean the pointed top of mountain. Now the mountains also they were very high. Now hills. Hills are very small mountains that are not very high. Now understand differentiate of the mountain between mountain and hills. They are mountains very high. The hills are very small, not equal to mountains. Now we are going to see about the mountain range. Mountain range means is a group or chain of mountains that are close together. The Himalayas and the Andes are example of mountain ranges. What are the example of mountain ranges? The Himalayas and the Andes are example of mountain ranges. Mountains differ in height and shape. This happened due to the age of mountain. Mountains differ height and shape. They are different from the height and shape. This happens due to the age of mountain. For example, the Himalayas are new mountains, so they are very high mountains with sharp peaks. They are very high on sharp peaks. Once I repeat the peaks. Peaks mean the pointed top of mountain. That means they are very high mountain with sharp peaks. So that is very new mountain. Age of new mountain, new age of mountain we are tell. On the other hand, look at that. On the other hand, the Aravalli and old mountain, so they are smaller in height with rounded peaks. So they are very smaller in height with rounded peaks. Now we are going to the feature of mountain. The higher altitude of the mountain remain covered with snow. Higher altitude means height of a place usually covered with the snow for a better part of the year fully the cover with the snow. So the vegetation in this spot is scanty. What's the meaning of scanty here? The small insufficient grow of plants. So the insufficiency of grow of the plants in the place is not high. Now, due to the steep slopes, extreme cold, mountainous regions of world are generally thinly populated. The extreme cold, as the extreme cold of the mountain, the people are not living here. Some people only living here. People mostly live on the foothills and the lower parts of the mountain. Where do the people live? Lower parts of the mountain. The mountains form a natural barrier against cold and winds. It's a natural barrier. It helps us save to the cold and hot winds usually. The snow-filled mountains are the source of many rivers. The many rivers are source of the snow-filled mountain. These rivers provide of to many areas on the water, to many areas on the earth. The mountain slopes are rich flora and fauna. Flora means plants, fauna means animals. They are very rich in the habitat of life in these mountain slopes. The mountains are also rich source of minerals. There are a lot of minerals itself. The mountains and the regions around them also develop as great tourist spots. It's not only that, the mountains and the regions around them also develop as great tourist spots. Now we are going to see about the plateau. Plateau are also highland, but they have a flat top. Also highland, but they have a flat top, so they are also known as a tableland. The plateaus, another name is tableland. They are separated from the surrounding areas by steep slopes. Plateaus are found in almost all the continents. All the continents have the plateaus. Now look, this is the plateau. Now we are going to see the features of plateau. The vegetation in plateaus differ from region to region, that means area to area. Vegetation means growing up plants. The low plateaus are often farming regions. Low plateaus are also often farming region, while high plateaus are usually suited for the rearing of cattle and sheep. So low plateaus are also help us farming, cultivate the crops, and high plateaus always helps to the rearing cattle, breed of animals like sheep and cow. Now, some plateaus are extremely large and cover hundreds of kilometers. For example, the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau usually shape, you know very well, the triangular shape in India is the largest plateau which extends over 8 Indian states. 8 Indian states, that means 3 mountain range and 6 Indian states, that means Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. Some plateaus are rich in mineral resources. For example, in the Chota Nagpur plateau in India, rich in coal, iron ore, bauxite, manganese and copper too. Some of the plateaus have deep canyons. What's meaning of the canyon? Means a deep narrow valley, such as the Grand Canyon is the Colorado Plateau of the United States of America. Now, the several rivers flow through the plateaus. Now we are going to see about the plains. Plains are lowlands that extend over thousands of kilometers that are no great changes in elevation across plains. Elevation small, high, not equal to plains, small, high. Plains are generally formed by rivers. Plains are generally formed by water. Rivers that rise in mountains and flow down. In the process, these rivers deposit sand and silt. Silt means fine sand along the river beds. Over a period of time, plains are formed by these deposits. Plains are formed by these deposits. For example, the northern plains in India have been formed by the river Ganga. The northern plains have been formed by what? The river Ganga. Plains can be found the area around the sea or in the interior of the continent. Around the sea, plains can be found wherever the plains can be found around the sea or in the interior of the continent. Look at this is a plain. Now we are going to see the features of plains. The silt deposit. Silt means already I told. Silt means fine sand deposited by the rivers makes the plains very fertile and suitable for agriculture. Many crops are grown in the plains. Like a paddy, wheat, that and all. Plains are thickly populated compared to the mountains and plateaus. The population are thickly living in these plains also. Many towns and cities are located in the plains also. Even the earlier periods, many important civilizations developed on the river banks like Sindhu Samaveli, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. The civilization are developed by this type of river banks. Good transport facilities, availability of water, rich fertile means very fine soil make the plain best suited for human settlement.